10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Alright, and with that we are in the final best of 2 of the day here at the Moon Studio Mid-Autumn League. Matador up against... And going into this, that Matador are the stronger looking team from their match history, but Team Black have always been a bit of a wild card, have always these super inconsistent teams who last second can pull out some incredible turnarounds, some incredible strategies as well. We've seen several series where Black just won a lot of matchups by means of last picks.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
And we're just gonna sit waiting for a little bit for the opener to be determined. Team Black starting things off with a Phoenix. Snapfire has just been banned by Matador. They would have really liked to have that show, but also a great little opener. If your opponent bans the Snapfire first phase, just stay and take that Phoenix, knowing full well you've just wasted your opponent's ban, as well as have a super solid opener.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we're just gonna wait around to see what Team Black wanna pack that Phoenix. They would have loved to get a Mars of their own, as the Phoenix Mars combo really does smart, but it's gonna be an Earth Spirit instead.
Mirana.
I wonder in which position this Earth Spirit will be played in, because I do feel like Team Black can really use him to have a good ultimate timing, get that magnetized line early, and use that in conjunction with the Phoenix's insane damage over time to just force people to take out to the depths. I mean, Team Black, as far as I know, also have run the position 2 mid lane Earth Spirit. So it's really been struggling in the current meta, since a lot of stuff just kind of, you know, go really well into the late game and everything. Matador, they picked up a Mirana. In a core position, the Mirana's had mixed success so far, but I don't know. I mean, I'm all up for core Mirana, either position 2 on that middle lane, or even better, position 3 core Mirana with like a support Mars on lane. Simply for the early game, it would give Matador, but there's still so many combos, so many synergies left that we're gonna end. I mean, Void banned out, Puck banned out, Ricky banned out. I would love to see the Ricky. Why are so many of the bans always the most exciting heroes to watch? Don't get me wrong, the most exciting heroes to watch, of course, are in the last couple of metas also the strongest, but I don't know, something like a Puck, something like a Void, you always get those big ultimates turning teamfights around. It just keeps Dota really fun and interesting.
Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we're just gonna be waiting around some more. The Ursa has been banned, so Matador, they seem to be afraid of aggressive drafts. They are banning out all of those super early game snowbally heroes where you just have like 12 to 15 minutes to shut them down, and after that the enemy has the position 1 online. I mean, Ricky generally after level 6 becomes super fast, but Ursa, you get like 1 item of that hero. You just need, I don't know, I mean, Abyssal Blade does the trick, something along the lines of a Blink Dagger, or even a KB Ursa's, depending on what your team needs right now, but he doesn't need a lot of gold in order to set himself up for 1 game, and
5 seconds
more
remaining.
A very different hero from that. It seems like Matador are really scary. Having a carry that just plays 1 certain timing. I mean, Morphling with the Thorough Blade, kind of the same thing. Yeah, you need to farm a while longer, you need to be protected a lot better, but eventually you're just gonna be one-shotting people left and right.
Radiant team pick.
Venomancer.
Dire team pick.
And Team Black picking up a Venomancer, with Matador now revealing their core and also revealing why they banned what they banned. Picking up a Slark, a hero that doesn't fare well against heroes like Rookie and Ursa. Also one of my all-time favorite heroes, not just because he can secure himself permanent agility that the enemy will also be lacking, which I still find such a cool mechanic,
5 seconds
but
remaining.
also having that snowball, having a Slark steal like 40, 50 attributes in a single team fight is gonna be pretty darn insane. He can just hit so hard, so fast. And he's only gonna keep on scaling hard with more attack speed added to the mix. Team Black taking their time revealing their first core. They need something to both counter the Slark as well as kind of give them superior late game here, which is going to be difficult against Mirana plus an Oracle, since even if it's not a core Mirana, the arrows definitely serve as a bit of an equalizer, allowing you to take down stuff like the anti-mage, like the Void, like any of those harder carries than Slark. I don't think any of them has a real good answer to the arrow. I mean, no carry to the arrow, but anything comes like super early, the Slark will be able to take care of.
Radiant
and it looks like
back.
Team Black, they're gonna pick up a Void Spirit, great for dodging those Mirana arrows. Great amount of catch for the Slark as well. Good news. Wish you could hit the Slark in his ultimate. There's a lot of good aspects to this Void Spirit pick here. Whether or not he's gonna be strong enough, we're gonna see, because Oracle pretty good when it comes to saving people from the Void Spirit. If people can, you know, get some insane synergy up and running.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Kunkka gonna be the next one to be banned out.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, Matador, what are they gonna last ban? What are they most afraid of? It's gonna be that Phantom Lancer. Definitely a great hero for just knocking Slark in place, burning all of his mana to prevent him from being allowed to escape. And once you get him at that point, then things are looking pretty darn one-sided. You cannot escape the stun lock with a Slark.
5
There just
seconds
isn't really an answer for it. Like, yeah, think you can still purge the Skull Basher, but even if you purge Skull Basher, I don't think that's gonna be enough. And are there any other like really good Skull Basher heroes, I wonder?
Drow Ranger.
Okay, it's not gonna be Basher hero, it's instead gonna be a Drow Ranger. She crits people instead of bashing them, that works just as well.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Matador, they don't want somebody capable of closing the gap, capable of giving Drow Ranger a good old-fashioned hug. And it's going to be the Templar Assassin who, with a blink, they can not only do that, but also serve perfect to just make the power curves meld together here. Slark plus Templar Assassin seems like a really good combo, just because both of these heroes like to tear people apart at the same time, roughly. And I gotta say, Matador's draft looking a lot stronger here, but that may just be because I have a bit of Slark bias. The thing with Slark, of course, is either he works out great or he doesn't work out at all. And the great games are the more memorable ones, of course, so... don't bet too much just because I told you to right now. Still, Matador, they do seem to have answers for everything Slark can get within Drow's melee range. Templar Assassin can take care of the Drow Ranger, and Void Spirit being the other main carry doesn't seem to offer enough in the way of any. Don't get me wrong, Void Spirit is great for the nuke damage, for the utility he can offer a team, for the insane escapes of high value spells. The one thing he doesn't have is good scaling, which Templar Assassin and Slark both bring a lot of to the table.
Us prepare for battle.
Run like the dogs you are.
And it looks like there's the in. After this, there's only one game left. Let's hope this one goes long at least. Because I'm just trying to wake up properly and I can never get enough of Dota this great. And it seems like this is actually gonna be some really great Dota at this rate, since looking at the lanes, we've got Slark up against the Venoman, which is one of those heroes that still, you know, Venoman's just based on how strong he is during the laning stage, he can definitely still make Slark's life difficult, and Slark's he really likes the essence shift during the first 2 or 3 levels. Every single attribute matters so much in comparison to how small the health pools are. And HMX, I'm really curious to see what he can do on that hero. Of course, the same goes for Kingdom on the Drow Ranger, but Kingdom on the Drow Ranger, a combination of player and hero we've seen before. And he definitely knows what he's doing, but he also has one of the hardest enemy carries up against him. Moriarty gets out right-clicked there by the Phoenix, and now has to run for his dive. May actually end up dying, which is totally not worth it considering how he did not get to pick up that rune. And Oracle still just running for his life, but with the Phoenix spirits. Okay, no, never mind that. He's actually gonna save himself a while longer. Activate that freaking healing salve. Look at the shenanigans this Oracle is bringing us. Getting so much space. He's finally gonna go down. If he'd gotten that rune, this would have been a perfect opener. Just the creme de la creme of value. But like this, he's just cutting his losses, making the enemy waste as much time as possible if he's already bound to give the Slark a little bit of solo experience. As for the Templar versus Void Spirit, slightly Templar favored, but only slightly, as Void Spirit does have a superior range over pretty much any other mid laner.
I see a lot of nothing in your future.
One more hit is gone with the trick, but the creeps do decide to stop the pursuit of Void Spirit. This is already going to show why Templar is his favorite in this matchup. Void Spirit just needs to burn through so much regen early on in this laning stage, and even later on, whenever he's in position to last hit with his spot and everything, he is also in position to get hit by the Psyblade. On the bottom lane now, we got Slark and Oracle looking for a bit of a brawl as the Phoenix already died. It looks like Slark is just gonna go down as well. He procs it very far and gets denied beautifully there, but still not the way Slark would have loved to start of his laning stage. And Earth Spirit got dropped in the end by Moriarty there. He should have really watched out a little bit more, but on the Phoenix now. Phoenix with the Kairos dive is gonna be just fine, but did go awfully low health there. Looking at the last hit, this is actually looking really good for the hero, the Templar Assassin, as one would expect, since she just lost this matchup. Couldn't have asked for something better than one of the Spirit heroes over on the mid lane. And the Drow who's just keeping up the pressure. Slark, meanwhile, did just able Oracle and not kill her. I'm sorry for missing both of the kills that Oracle has made so far, but most of the time it's performance and flying far further than most something would kill. He's on the top lane now. Jump up. Just one health off. It's gonna get taken down by Mirana, but Mirana kind of celebrating too early, kind of thinking they would get the kill guaranteed, is gonna result in her dying. Void Spirit taken off the by the Templar Assassin.
Dire's middle
So
tower
Templar
is under attack.
is going to win her mid, continuing to snowball more and more out of control. There is just stopping her. Slark not having the lane he wanted to at all, despite the Oracle already. Well, I mean, Oracle is a little bit weak in the laning state as support, but he should be freaking great with Slark, since his main duty is just keeping a melee hero in the fight for as long as possible. But it looks like Slark's so far having a really hard lane. 0 points in that phase edict as well. Feel like get Slark at least one value point of the Fate's Edict, and he's taking so much damage from the Venom, and it could be really valuable, so we may see that one taken at level 4. For now, HMX, he's really got to stop the aggression, which as a Slark player is the exact opposite of what you would like to be doing. Team Black, they still need to keep the Drow Rangers safe for a long while, because even with the Slark continuing to be shut down, which it's gonna be as it just gets harder. There's still a Templar Assassin who's the exact opposite of shutdown. She is freaking online and ready to fight. And the Phoenix now scaled up over on the top lane with a Mirana arrow plus a Mars Sphere.
What have we here?
Dire's middle tower.
This new combo between Mars and Mirana is actually so good. I said during the draft I want to see Mirana being the core with Mars support. And we get to see the opposite here. But once Summertime gets his blink there and everything, okay, on the bot lane, Slark did just die, and the arrow does not connect, and it's always, like, literally always kill. I'm not looking. Kingdom could still be going down. as the Drow Ranger dying would be huge. But look at the potential as Drow does finally go down, but not without taking the Mirana with her. So Slugger got traded on the bottom lane for the Venomancer, and he did get one point of permanent agility, so at least starting to snowball bit by bit. And looking all across the board, both carries are struggling. Templar Assassin is winning the mid lane, and the Templar Assassin comes out of the jungle and then gets shut down. Then things would be pretty one-sided here. Void Spirit gets shut down by the Templar Assassin as well on the mid lane. The fight that has been set up on the bottom lane is gonna not quite be committed to as Earth Spirit realizes, okay, they have vision, they want to see it roll in. Who does not see what's coming from summertime, probably just, yeah, if a no shot from the Drow Ranger would have been dead anyways. And exactly at the same time, just over the bottom lane, you all saw it, expecting the kill, saying how the Earth Spirit didn't roll in. He goes in the exact second that Mars is being gone off. Void Spirit now forced to juke away. Templar Assassin just wants to fight up, does not care who she's fighting. Okay, Void Spirit has arrowed, and that means he's dead. Well, Templar Assassin is going to continue just betting on to the Earth Spirit here. Earth Spirit is going to have to get away, it seems, as Mirana out of stealth for now. Still, this Templar Assassin is super rich. Alright, as well as the Drow Ranger, super poor with the start, she being quite a bit behind on the Drow Ranger, still switching up to Gold Network. It's a freaking position 3 Clark. More like support Clark is actually the Oracle, and Mirana both have comparable amounts of money. HMX, he definitely wants to change that. Comes the Venomancer. Still has to search for this. That would be the second point of permanent agility as well, some much needed gold. Moriarty on a freaking killing spree. I don't think Stark's too pleased with Oracle being forced to secure any one of these kills. But Slark just doesn't really have the damage range to continue securing that kill. They pulled out of position there. That's gonna be the Templar Assassin who's dying before Venomancer can come. Mirana comes on in gambling. Could have had a dash double kill, doesn't get either one. As RMG says, screw you. Okay, Void Spirit is gonna go down to a Templar Assassin trap at the end. At least getting one burn kill. But Team Black, it looks like they could very well still get our injured line. Yeah, Templar Assassin, it's super dangerous once you get to that desolate time. It's gonna be decided who really gets the first significant lead. Slark, meanwhile, super aggressive turnaround here on the Earth Spirit, and the Venomancer does have to get out of it right now. Well, Jenny quite helpful on the Slark because he loves to duke away between the peaks, but with Drow Ranger coming after him and that arrow-based shotgun, there is just no way of escaping.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Turning this into a super one-sided series.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 1 continuing to work done by the Drow Ranger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Void Spirit killed off by the Templar Assassin, and now
Radiant's bottom tower has
our
fallen.
Ranger taking care of the bottom tower. Wow, she is eager to fight. Slark is the exact opposite. He wants to get out of here. Usually, he would counter the Drow, not the other way around, but this Drow Ranger just continuing to push Slark with split shots, so even if he doesn't look to get, would have to ult immediately and then guaranteeing a getaway when you're already this far behind. Seems impossible. Super nice disengage out on the side of Matador, who are trying to continue that lead to snowball. Really want the Templar Assassin to serve as a position 1 carry with a Desolator and a ton of damage to just tear people to shreds. White Spirit gonna jump for the Templar Assassin with the refraction, defending herself perfectly against the White Spirit. Also have a Blink Dagger to work with as well. And almost 3k gold lead for the side of Team Matador, who are still just hoping their Slark can at least reach the 5k total net worth. He does not even have freaking tower defense at 11 minutes. This is almost painful to watch. He's gonna eat a toe, get that level 9. And I do believe that if he comes online, this can definitely still be a super easy game for the Radiant.
Out of my way!
Assassin getting out of there before her refraction starts to melt. Interesting choice to go for the Blink Dagger before the Desolator. I usually say go for the Blink buff Desert if you can already comfortably solo kill just about any one target you can catch, which isn't quite the case here, but Templar Assassin also doesn't quite need to solo kill people, instead got an Oracle watching her back. Taking a lot of damage, but I don't think he's gonna take out to the urn. Maybe actually should have just refreshed the charge and he would have been dead for sure, but nope, he lives with 14 health. A bit of imperfection, summertime. Trying to nonchalantly walk out of there. Perfect dodge from the Void onto that spear though. That Mars is just gonna get torn to shreds. Templar Assassin continuing to flash farm up. Taking a quick gander at the Dire Engines actually. Nice fusion there, especially because more importantly you're taking gold away from that Drow Ranger who's still just farming up, waiting for her item timing. That's gonna arrive in like 8 to 10 minutes from now. With the Slark being as shut down as he is, this Drow could definitely become a force of nature still. No matter how hard Slark is supposed to counter her on paper, Slark saving for an Echo Saber to at least allow him to, you know, start fighting off with a little bit of extra agility if you already don't have enough levels to just hit hard out of your own there. But yeah, we're just sitting in the team fight waiting rooms, chilling for the action to continue here.
Under attack.
Slark manages to teleport out of there and won't even take out two magnetized plus poison Nova, as that Slark ultimate regen, it's just too strong. There isn't damage over time through that. Phoenix almost got 2 shots there. Managed to get out, but not cap the egg, but not get out actually. And now the Earth Spirit will be the next one to get sniped off the map. The follow-up spear from the Mars. Yet another very clean kill. Beautifully done, Slark. Would love to find yet another target, the Venomancer. But with that ward giving vision, can't quite just pounce at him. Get another kill going. Slark now opting for a Diffu Blade, though, which is gonna give him a lot of damage in the moment, but then again, not the greatest item against Drow Ranger, who doesn't need mana to defend against you at all. And who has high enough? Well, I don't think a lot of these heroes are bothered too much by mana burn. Phoenix and the Earth Spirit could read their days ruined by it. That's about it. Nice 2-minute move there from the Mars. Both teams stay at a distance, but that's just the range at which Drow likes to fight. The meters are now going down. Oracle being that as well. Summertime will be able to teleport out, but it's only the Mars living in what was supposed to be a quick pick-off. that, 2 heroes from Matador's side dying. Templar Assassin, she has her main item timing. She is freaking ready, man. Got that as a later at the ready, and with that, we're never gonna have a bigger power spike on the TA. All the while, Slark just farming up his blade, farming up his Yasha after as well. EA's courier taken off the map, and Slark got himself 3 permanent agility by now, and more importantly, almost got the Diffu Blade finished. Now, Hurricane Pike, now going for the Yasha. The Yasha, of course, usually what Drows pick up early on to increase their farm speed as much as possible. Slark taking a lot of damage, but will manage to get himself back into the tree line there. Regenning. So, the power dynamic there should pretty much always be reversed, with the Slark being the one to chase the Drow Ranger. Maybe now that he has a different blade, things will change. Not Templar Assassin, she's got a Deathland, she's got an Aegis.
It's no small thing favored by the gods.
While Team Black, they still don't want to fight all that much. They want to make sure that front lines are ready to tank for the Drow for a while. Maybe get some of those big defensive auras up and running.
Go on, get out of here.
Down goes the Earth Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like Void Spirit will be next. Both spirits just taken off the map. Jeez. Templar Assassin not even getting a chance to show off how much insane damage she does. Well, Venomancer just felt one hit for like 1/4 of his health. Slark once again getting caught out of position, but this time it's actually gotta be Kingston's demise at this rate. Slark will get told off to not only steal an agility from the Drow Ranger before leaping out of there. The Phoenix has to commit, could potentially be Assassin's first life, but Slark is close in order to be able to turn around once the Aegis is clipped. Well, it's Mars Leader was the arena. Cut the escape from the Earth Spirit. Venomancer could be able to walk out of there, but Slark, he's got some temporary attributes. Nice kill from with the nuke, making sure that this Slark can't just reset another time, but this is 4k gold for the side of Matador. More importantly, their Slark is finally no longer a non-hero. Yeah, he just died there. He is not gonna have a good time money-wise, but just the ability to have one more hero, go with melee range, and wreck up from there. Really gives Templar Assassin all she needs, because she does not want to be the first one to be focused in a fight. If she would be gone on, in the fashion that Slark's been gone on like 3 times this game, Matador would be struggling so hard, but Black they just simply can't find the positioning. Don't quite have any high impact items, any one of their heroes for the time being, other than the Drow Ranger, but I do like this Void Spirit going for a Radiance here. If he can get that one uninterrupted, if he can get some excellent Radiance timing here, like 21 minutes or something, I can definitely see Black turning this fight around. I also really like the Radiance because, of course, it's putting a lot of their success onto one item, while also increasing the damage Void Step by a ton. Well, Venomancer gonna donate another point of permanent agility to the Slug, and this is already an entire point of armor difference that he's got. Just based off of the best agility skill, or well, best attribute scaling in the game. I mean, the agility. Oh, whose use was that? Okay, it wasn't the Earth Spirit he used, since that just donated even more agility to the Slug. Both permanent as well as temporary, both of which he's very happy about, since, well, you just saw him through the Phoenix X-Low. Dark Spirit got killed off only in the mid lane. With that, the top 2 tower is gonna die. Slark is gonna continue snowballing. And that also means Void Spirit not gonna get his Radiance in time.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're actually gonna lose so many objectives for the Radiance Spirit that this is probably just gonna be game 1 going to the side of Matador here. Unless he pulls some kind of a miracle last second. But nope, that's gotta be a 10th point of permanent agility for the Slark for now. Slark running at the draw range this time, knowing full well he's got his ultimate available. Can he tank long enough? Nope, he cannot tank for the full duration of the silence there. Yet another reason why Slark's aura is so important. When he can press R while running at the draw like that, the draw is just gonna melt. Being able to run close enough to the draw to do that is gonna be another question entirely. Perfect setup, but not quite enough in that attempt to kill the Void Spirit. But Mirana was there to, you know, seal the deal. Make sure that one goes the way of Team Matador. And now we got them trying to escape, just getting rolled at.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, yeah, next team fight start here, I guess. We'll start teleporting in. I'm not sure how good of a fight this really is for Matador, but judging off of how fed their Templar Assassin is at this point, I think every fight's a good fight. You just, you know, front line for the Templar Assassin, let her smack people in the face, and Phoenix like, not gonna catch anyone. With Drow and Phoenix now being put forward, the Drow Ranger could actually be the next one to die. Slark will catch the Phoenix who gets the used up, take the map, and now it's only the Drow still alive, getting ran at with the Diffu Blade. Pounds doesn't really have enough mana, but Slark decides to pursue here. I'm kind of surprised I don't just keep running at their opponents, keep being that major death ball. But it seems like they're too afraid of falling behind in terms of gold, which may be because they can't see their exact gold value, or okay, well, fair enough. Just to catch, you know, the enemy hero of the army instead, and Templar says she is just gonna get a double. Slark coming around, looking for the catch. Drow Ranger taking away her position. Templar says is gonna jump in there. It's gonna get another kill on the Venomancer. He being kept alive with BKB plus Mars plus ultimate, and the Slark 13 points of permanent agility. Void Spirit, he finally has that radius, but it seems like too little too late. As they're already gonna be down at least Braxley with how hard the Templar Assassin is being pushed. Drow, gonna take an arrow to face. The dive is real, Templar Assassin. Dangerous, no health now. Doesn't have lifesteal, missing thrice in a row on the Earth Spirit. Slark, still being kept in the very range. The Earth Spirit is gonna get that kill. Is now starting to work on the Drow Ranger. Doesn't really have anything to work with without that ultimate available. Void Spirit Radiance already paid for itself with that fight. The miss is just saving lives left. The burn damage now so much. Now opting for that next. Kind of interesting choice of build, but I can definitely see it all work out really well for H here.
Radiant are scanning.
Gonna be caught, gonna take the love spear to the back. Still alive for a little while longer, but finally gonna hit the floor and go on down.
I'll take that.
And looks like now the Oracle roll that, but it turns out to be a super awkward roll. The instant arrow is there. Magnetize got it still by the Earth Spirit, but not good here as Templar Assassin is set up, is looking for more. And even almost got the big crit, just needs to one more item for those. It's just insane how hard TA can come online if you leave that hero uncontested. It's one of those heroes that really force early get towards mid lane to come in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Summer time. I'm gonna stay alive thanks to some beautiful quick response by the teammates and look, very nice Marceline is gonna be the first reward for that at least. With the Phoenix going down and Slark running forward, looking for more, fighting the Curse Spirit there.
Radiant's top tower.
Ice Pound saving until very last second too, setting a spear and down goes the Earth. Moriarty got dropped by the Void Spirit, but now it's Void Spirit against the world, and while his Radiance does deliver a good amount of damage, especially to that split backline. Miss chance isn't quite nothing either. You can see him not have the damage to kill off any one of the cores on Matador solo. I feel like if he had that Radiance timing like 2-3 minutes earlier, this would have been such a different game. Team Black actually standing a chance at victory here until the like 40-45 minute mark.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle
goes the first lane of Rex, fairly smelly Rex so far. Phoenix gets caught up and gets killed off. Slark 17 points of permanent agility already. This really does amount. You have to keep in mind that 7 points of damage and 17 points of attack speed he's getting pretty much for free, no slot consumed or whatever.
Dire's bottom tower is under
As
attack.
Slark is now saving up for that negative 7 his pounce range to increase. Slark gets caught by the Void Spirit, but that's gonna be Void Spirit in a lot of trouble now. All his mana gets taken away. And life will get taken away as well. GG gets called. And with that, we're gonna go to the very last game of today to see if the series is gonna be a 2-0 tomorrow. After just a little break, while Templar Assassin continues to do tearing people and you on. Team Black, I feel like there was nothing they could have done other than maybe prevent their Void Spirit from being caught so much. That's like the one mistake we could maybe attribute this loss to. But other than that, a very clean performance.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Mars!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we are back. Got ourselves the Mars first pick for Team Matador here. That arena just completely sets the pace of a game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Clockwork!
Clockwork first pick now for the side of Black. As looking at the bans, the Phoenix is gone. But other than that, no real combo disablers, meaning we're definitely gonna see the Mars comboed up with some other hero.
Radiant team pick.
Snapfire getting picked up by the side of Matador now. Okay, Mars Snapfire is still a good enough synergy. I mean, I much prefer the Snapfire with something like a Void, not necessarily the Void, but a proactive, more damage-oriented hero. Then again, with this laning stage, you always got a guaranteed safe lane until you get that arena online, and I think that that's a pretty significant deal here for the side of Matador. They definitely wanna, with a Mars and a Snapfire, find those team fights.
Dire
And
team ban.
having those be the one thing that really gives them an edge. Team Black securing one of the strongest mid laners, and one of the laners they really like playing too. Super early on in the draft, it's gotta be a Zeus here.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining.
So, we're just gonna
5 seconds
wait for
remaining.
the next couple of picks. I mean, Clockwork plus Zeus already great because you got Cox and then, you know, put a Nimbus above somebody to allow the Clockwork to go for pseudo solo kills. Well, it aren't really solo kills, and Clockwork never really is going to,
Radiant team ban.
well, make many solo kills other than perhaps initiating so that somebody else can deliver the damage. With the Zeus, you're always going to have some way for the Clockwork to make something happen, even if he gets caught out. Even if the Clockwork gets ran at, if he just has that hookshot to turn at whoever is running at him, with that Nimbus available, you can definitely get a potential kill out of it.
Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And we're gonna see what Team Black are gonna ban out. Both of these teams, after that first game to the series especially, have learned to take their opponents seriously, I think. I mean, we've seen 2 of our 3 games today be won/lost entirely by the draft. So I get why they put in this much time,
Radiant team pick.
but you know how I roll, guys. I want big, hard carries that just about shut down everything. And we want chaotic team fights. So far, the only truly chaotic hero is the Zeus, at least if it's not a core Snapfire getting an Aghanim Scepter to spice things up.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Spectre.
And it's gonna be a Spectre picked up from the side of Matador.
10 seconds remaining.
That's an interesting late game carry. Also, the Spectre ultimate having that huge
5
potential
seconds remaining.
that, you know, kind of swings both ways. If the Spectre falls off or doesn't have an ultimate despite being online, she can't do anything compared to how much gold she's taken. If you get that Spectre ultimate together with a teamfight initiation though, time your team fights around when that haunt is available, things can get very interesting. Also the Rubik picked up for the side of Team Black, as there are definitely a lot of good deals to be had. The Mars Arena especially. Team Black left with 20 seconds to decide on one or more late game cores.
Dire team.
I mean, they definitely need something. Okay, that's an Nature's Prophet. Great split push, probably position 3 Nature's Prophet.
Dire team ban.
Great enabler for those global ganks as well, with that with that ability to sprout up behind people. Just, you know, dish out tons of damage. Matador gonna pick up a Queen of Pain, one of their favorite heroes. I'm not that big of a fan of the hero, but with a Spectre you definitely have enough late game to compensate even for the Queen of Pain. You know, no longer winning a fight just by pressing ultimate, as usually happens around the 25-minute mark or something.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And looking at the bans, Matador, once they had their hard carry selected, they've just been going on an all-out banning phase. I mean, Void, Bloodseeker, Terrorblade, Anti-Mage, there is just nothing left that can outscale the Spectre, or at least so Matador hope.
Radiant team ban.
Phantom Lancer is going to be that very last ban that kind of, you know, would have ruined the Spectre's game. Also, it really would have ruined the Queen of Pain's game, just like the Anti-Mage. Those two carries are great at just ruining that mid laner, even if, especially for the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer has like level 6, and Queen of Pain tries to gank on him. If you make enough illus to mess up the Queen of Pain, you're going to be just perfect.
5 seconds remaining.
Even if there's a Queen of Pain ultimate, if that's everything the Phantom Lance has to deal with, he's in a really good spot, so I do love that ban. And the last pick for Matador is gonna be an Earth Spirit.
Seconds remaining.
Team Black, they still need a position 1. They still need some kind of a big, preferably melee carry, but somebody to really get up in those front lines and man fight it up against everyone. And it looks like the last pick is gonna be a Morphling for the side of Team Black, meaning that Team Black should have a slight edge going into the late game and like super late game. I don't think it's gonna matter all that much, and that in general, you know, we kind of just get a late game that's determined by initiations, by cooldowns, rather than who manages to last longer here, since it is really close in carry potential between the Spectre and the Morphling there. Morphling does kind of do better with frontliner. Spectre doesn't need a frontliner.
Holy moly!
Okay, and there's the load in to the final match of the day. Looking at the lane matchup for now, it's gonna be Zeus over on the mid lane, laning Pain, which I guess should even be Queen of Pain favored, if not equal. Like, the thing is, Queen of Pain, she's kind of low health, so she's really weak to just getting instant nuked by that Zeus combo if he does find the reach. But if he doesn't find the reach, then the Zeus just gonna
30
get
seconds to battle.
His regen slowly wasted away by those daggers, by the Queen of Pain just having the easier time last hitting with that scream as well. She's just set up for a very strong, very all-around kind of lane, whereas the Zeus, if he wants to win the lane distinctively, he has to go for kills. I mean, yeah, wasting regen up to a certain degree will get you there, but Queen of Pain wins when you're just trying to play that. Meanwhile, Clockwork just being chased by 3 people there, which is gonna open up one of the runes here. Altogether 3 runes in the favor of Team Black, up to a way stronger start. The Clockwork gets caught again, but is going to be able to survive with that battery assault.
Denied.
Moriarty taking a ton of damage during this laning stage as well. I mean, Nature's Prophet during the first up to level 3 or something, his right click damage is insanely strong, especially if you pick up one of those Blight Stones. But he's only going to start getting stronger.
Denied.
And Clockwork getting rolled at. That body block could actually just mean his death. Yeah, he is gonna be
Not much to that, really.
dead quite quickly to the Mars there. Just like perfectly timed right click to finish things off as well. Now on the top lane, the Rubik could be caught in exchange for kidnapping the creep wave. Snapfire still looking for the chase. Perhaps even the wraparound, but nope. Decides against it as Rubik just takes a free creep wave with him. And now Morphling gets gone on Kingdom. Barely able to get out of there. Morphing strength, not quite all that quickly right now, but he is going to live to tell the tale. Continue farming up, and the Zeus so far already winning the mid lane against the Queen of Pain. Not quite what I would have expected, but Zeus really only struggles when he's out of mana. Also, maxing the Lightning Bolt to kind of increase his chances against the Quap, especially during that early game. But like I said, it's mostly just a battle of who can nuke whom the hardest. And with this build, Zeus is actually gonna stay ahead for quite a while. And that Clockwork gets speared down as the Morphling. Once a return kill on the Earth Spirit will get that. Zeus killed off the Queen of Pain on it. Team Black looking far superior here. Zeus just gonna deny himself up against that mid tower. Not sure if that was intentional or not. And Rubik died on the top lane. Man, that game is chaotic.
Middle tower is
Well,
under
over on the
attack.
bottom lane, Mars tried to snipe more who was solving up. I want more fighting. Just keep these lanes clashing. Maybe this time we get to see a Zeus kill the Queen of Pain, but I don't think Queen of Pain expected that much. Oh my god, it's always the one kill I don't get. Morph just killing off the Mars. Now Team Black, they're winning pretty much all three lanes. I mean, yeah, top has given away a couple of kills here and there, and kill-wise Matador is actually ahead. But Matador expected to pull ahead, and it's Team Black that are, given the circumstances, getting their Morphling is surprisingly easy lane. Morphling is going 2 for nothing. He's a hero that's scary if he is 1 for nothing already. H's prop teleporting after Moriarty as Rubik just finishes him off. Clockwork. Getting Earth Spirit kicked out of there. He's gonna go down to that Earth Spirit. Matador. They are continuing to find those pickups, but they are already 1k behind and only gonna fall behind further at this rate. Team Matador, as soon as they hit that level 6 on the Queen of Pain, I feel like they should just concentrate onto ganking the Morphling. Bottom lane Zeus will get caught, will take a lot of damage on the Queen of Pain, and with the Earthster to help him there, he can't turn around, deliver enough nuke damage in the face of Quap. To be fair, he didn't have that level 6 yet. If he had that level 6 and ultimate available, you can imagine how close a fight that would have been even with the Earth Spirit there, but Matador, they find a very nice timing, shut down the Zeus at least, with the Morphling still BA. Okay, so the rune's 50-50, but the Morphling is still super far ahead, actually. He has such a big margin going on for himself. Pain comes out of the mid lane, doesn't have level 6 of her own either, but Rubik not quite there in time. All the while, Clockwork got killed off by the Earth Spirit elsewhere, and over on the top lane, we now may see Nate's Prophet immediately come into a bit of trouble. I can't wait for those level 6s to make things exciting for us. Nature's Prophet taken down by the Spectre there. Mars getting killed off as well. Zeus now will get caught and will get killed off by the Queen of Pain too. Queen of Pain ult, and that's gonna be a dead Rubik. Over on the mid lane, 2 people rotating in to have a potential shot at catching out the Zeus. That's the kick, that's the follow-up kick, and Zeus is dead. Beautifully and very quickly played there. By the side of Team Matador, who are still... They're still fighting from behind, but I feel like with that Spectre ultimate, if they find a good team fight, or just a couple more pickups, but then on this Morphling rather than the Zeus,
bottom tower is under
Matador
attack.
can definitely take charge of this game. Kingdom, he just wants to keep jungle farming it up, and it looks like Native Prophet, he just been blinked and nuked down by the Queen of Pain there. Now another rotation over towards the mid lane from the side of Team Black. Snapfire almost jumping out of there, but the Zeus ultimate takes care of that. Now the Haunt in to kill up Zeus first. Rubik next. The combo meter ticking up. Pain Arcana, that's fancy as hell.
Private.
Morph turning into the Morphling. Morphling actually making Summertime's life pretty darn hard, but he gets turned on by that Snapfire, and Martharina may be a little over the top since Morph is never really gonna die to that one. Marth still running for his life, and Morphling with the waveform coming in, not quite able to finish the kill, instead taking a lot of tower shots now. As Clockwork got killed off over on the mid lane trying to defend against the Pain push. Always the kill you don't look at, I swear.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Royal Jelly getting dropped by the side of Matador, who are definitely happy with that, I mean. One's been activated on the Spectre and the other on the Mars, I guess. Interesting choice, I mean, Summertime is definitely more important than the Queen of Pain for this time, but Queen of Pain is still the one who's going to be having all of the damage output. Morphling could now be in a bit of trouble with that Zeus ultimate to kill off Moriarty. In comes the Clockwork though. For the potential turn, Queen of Pain gets fucked in. They do not have follow-up stun, or that Queen of Pain would have just been in so much trouble, but now one rune gets picked up by the Zeus. The next one won't get picked up by the dead Clockwork though. Zeus kept there by the Earth Spirit, unable to teleport out. And that's a godlike Queen of Pain. Still less than 1k gold lead for either one team. It's actually almost exactly even in terms of gold, but the Queen of Pain delivering tons of damage just goes to show the insane power that Team Matador are getting from momentum. And as I say that, yet another kill over on the top lane as Spectre is continuing to come online, and Rubik gets killed up by that Queen of Pain. Now Kingdom could once again be in a bit of trouble, but there is nobody with enough nuke damage to stop this Morphling. Instead, Morph, you know, harasses them for far more than they harass him. Can now just lifesteal up based off of the Morbid's mask. This is such a good carry. Like, if you have the reflexes for morphing, he's such a good carry. And there isn't really much happening across the map. Team Matador, they're very aware that they aren't all that far ahead as kills may indicate.
That should help.
Spectre committing the haunt. Nerves Spirit just rolling out of there. It's gonna get hookshot. It's gonna get locked in between the cogs, and Spectre has died. Now the Earth Spirit goes down. It looks like Team Black with that buyback from the Zeus actually pulling ahead once again.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, the
Dire's
Rubik.
top tower
Peeking down that
has
high ground was already his death signed. This is gonna go down once again. Over on the bot lane, Morphling going to work. In this game it's so close, but the Morphling hasn't really been
Dire's
there
bottom
for
tower
a
is
single
under
one of
attack.
these fights. Morph
Radiant's
nowhere near
middle
where he
tower
wants to
is
really.
under attack.
This is a Morph building in Eul's. What the hell? Queen of Pain tries to insta-kill the Morphling.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And yet another spear on the clockwork.
Tower is under attack.
Who is gonna get caught. Meanwhile, Morphling got annihilated around the bottom lane. Matador 1k ahead now. Will find that clockwork kill before the Mars finally goes down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik got killed off at the mid lane now with 2 people. And man, this game is so over the place. I can't even message Edmund for a second here,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower is under
I
attack.
guess that'll have to wait till
Radiant's
after as
structures are
Zeus now
fortified.
gets silenced. Nice deny though from the Clockwork just coming in, taking him off the map. Clockwork is gonna die for that. Matador just saying, well, you won't give us that 1 kill, we will take another. Spectre meanwhile went for the Midas here, and Mark will find himself a kill on the Mars. He is the one person with enough damage to punch that much armor. I still disagree with the Eul's on the Morphling. I feel like I get why he went for it and everything, but just go with Feral. Just go freaking Ether Disc then. But or what's it called again? You know what I mean.
Dire's
Like
bottom tower
this
is
that
under
allows you
attack.
to tank freaking everything. Eon Disc, that's it. Eon Disc and Ether Lance. I should confuse those two. And a Spectre Haunt comes out, getting 1 quick kill. On the next Prophet, it's only 1 pickup. But Matador, they've constantly, when that Spectre ultimate is off cooldown, been turning it into 1 pickup across the map, and then just fallen back into a defensive formation, just
Dire's
really,
middle tower
you know,
is under
grouping it
attack.
up, making sure that the enemy has no chance of engaging into them here, and it seems to be working out really well.
A fitting bounty.
Radiant are scanning.
So, we're waiting for the next clash to occur. With Clockwork being the target, and in come the blocks from the Snapfire. Earth Spirit rolling hell out of there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
but that's not only the Earth Spirit going down, but now the Rubik also getting pinned by that Marcerina, and the fight's gonna continue with Queen of Pain delivering an ultimate onto the Morphling. They want team wipe here on the side of Matador, who've only lost an Earth Spirit, so even if they don't get this Morphling, it's already a super good fight. But now Morphling, he realizes no TP interruption and will manage to get out with a couple hundred health. Zeus ultimate now getting thrown around. It's gonna be just fine through that, and yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Real clash happening here, but Matador, they're not bringing anybody in. Matador, they're not even taking any of these fights that are opened up for them. I mean, Team Black, they're comfortable sitting back and farming, especially with Zeus, who can pick up an Aghanim Scepter and suddenly become twice as much of a hero as he is now, at least when his ultimate is on cooldown.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And Spectre running at the Clockwork. Clockwork hookshotting over onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain drops her BKB. Just trying to see how long she can last. Meanwhile, Spectre haunts on in, and Nature's Prophet will die as well. That huge arena just being an absolute slaughter. The Morphling finally dying too is just disastrous for Team Black here. This Matador at this rate can definitely finish with that Spectre and Queen of Pain draft before Team Black can really get back into this game. That Morphling still needs a while. We're already seeing tier 2s getting pushed in now. Matador, they do have to make sure to finish this quickly. Nothing is decided just yet, since he needs a while to come online now, but he can still very much come online.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Clockwork getting killed off by the blobs from Moriarty there. Queen of Pain looking to go into the Rubik. Top blobs in her own face, and it's gonna go down, so
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Summertime got Zeus ulted down, and Snapfire will be able to make the TP. 2 for 1, not a bad trade. Other side of Team Black, what I'm far more curious about is when they're gonna get that Ethereal Blade timing on the Morphling.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like
Dire's bottom tower
got
has
tier
fallen.
1 on the Dire side finally got a
Dire's
fall.
middle tower
Goes to
is
show
under
that
attack.
Matador, a lot of their gold lead is objective gold, but hey, having equaled out that, still like almost 5k. Close with the interrupt there on the Nature's Prophet, which is gonna mean that at least some of the runes are gonna see in favor of Team Matador, and not only that, but they're gonna catch a Clockwork off guard as well, it would appear.
This land ain't
While the
big enough
Morphling's
for
still
the
just biding his time, 1,100 gold more for this game to really get exciting. Or actually just 700, never mind. Eagle Song is pretty freaking cheap nowadays, I forgot.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
God's gift to the world.
Use just instant buybacking, okay. And it looks like with that pawn towards the mid lane Spectre.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Ooh,
under
that was
attack.
close. Spectre is that haunt over to the Rubik, who will gladly take that kill. Could still lead to a Morphling dying. That would be huge, especially this shortly before the Arrow Blade. Not gonna be able to finish that. Instead, goes down to a spear to the heart. Zeus will be the next to get caught, even without that roll connecting there. And Rubik gets cookied down and dies to the Orchid as well. 7k gold lead for the side of Matador, who, like I said, need to finish, but if they keep denying that Eternal Blade
is under attack.
It's no small thing to be favored by the gods.
and it's gonna be the mid-tier 2 tower going down. All the while Queen of Pain gets ran at, but it looks like even throughout that orc, she's gonna survive now. And Aegis Prof, he only really has the blade on the orc to fight now, saving up for that BKB, but that's gonna be a difficult one to save for. Especially with the Spectre just jumping all over the map. The thing with Spectre is you don't really need all that much gold in terms of damage items and stuff. You have all of your big tools already built in. All you want to do is be able to fight without your ultimate off cooldown, and you know, seems to be working out quite alright so far. 10k gold lead for Team Matador. I think this game could be just about over soon. And it looks like another kill on the Rubik. Mars is going to be the first face to one-shot. Earth Spirit being rolled after by the Morphling, and Morphling setting up for a kill on that Earth Spirit now. Meanwhile, Zeus goes down to the Queen of Pain elsewhere, but this Morph, he is finally a force to be reckoned with. 2-for-2, as both of these teams just take the opportunity to show off what their big hard carries can do.
Radiant's middle tower
And the Haunt
is under
is
attack.
available, but Matador probably still want to wait 2 more respawn cooldowns. And with that, the game seems awfully quiet once more. I mean, Matador definitely will be the ones to initiate the next fight if things are up to them at least, since with that Spectre Haunt they can definitely set up for some really huge fights. But Team Black, they have gotten their Morphling to the point where you can one-shot people, so from here on out anything can happen. It's anyone's game really. Whether or not this is Peril Blade timing, it's gonna be too late. Remains to be seen. We got Rubicon, 3-man arena. Morph immediately getting out of the depth zone. But with the Queen of Pain just right-clicking away, going for a Maelstrom now. For some synergy with her Orchid. It's instead gonna be Black forced to flee, and if Black lose their Morphling once again, it would be huge. The Peril Blade, not enough to one-shot the Earth Spirit. And as such, very clean fight for Matador. I also really like Matador bracing for a potential super late game to arrive here. They say if we don't finish within the next 5-10 minutes, we don't care, since Queen of Pain got a Maelstrom.
Worthy tribute.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That Mjolnir Queen of Pain build, I'm usually not quite a fan of it, but in a game like this where you're this far ahead and you're really only scared of the late game to happen, I feel like it's great. Queen of Pain gets her TP interrupted. It's gotta be pretty sad about that, since there's bounty runes to be picked up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Queen of Pain getting caught out across the BKB and is gonna be able to get away from 3 people there. The Zeus, meanwhile, got killed up over at the middle lane, as he's not quite that escapable. Man, when I saw that Zeus pick, I expected this game to go a very different direction, but seems like the Morph is just struggling to really 1v5 the way his team needs him to right now. Clockwork is gonna get caught, it's gonna get chain stunned up, and will be hitting the floor next. Nate, this Prophet just taking the opportunity to be as much as a nuke as possible to this Mars. Mars will find the arena, will not quite find the pin onto the Morphling, but it will be enough for him to escape. Vector now just casually daggering through that arena like it's nothing, and Morphling is gonna get caught once again, this time around with a silence on him though. And that Orchid damage is just too huge for Morph to survive. Morph immediately buying back, but 19k gold lead. Matador, if they get this Aegis, they can just comfortably finish with a Haunt available immediately as well. Look at that Roche damage they're dealing. Also, the Nature's Prophet has been able to play surprisingly little split push. Doda hasn't really been able to red, and with that, Team Matador aren't even feeling the pressure. They can stay grouped up, they can keep looking for those grand Haunt initiations. Zeus died once again. Every time Zeus shows, he's just dead. While at this top lane, it seems like Nature's Prophet is gonna be able to get away with a sneaky play there. On the lane now, Queen of Pain gets nuked down by the Morphling. Spectre ultimate thrown out to at least enable one return kill for the Spectre here. But jumping into 3 people like that may be too much of a risk.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Trying to escape out of there. It's gonna get lifted, hookshotted, uncocked. Still silenced up, and that's gonna be the first life on the Spectre. Team Matador, they realize they gotta save that Spectre right now. In comes the Earth's nice silence onto 2. Magnetize continuing to tick, and that's gonna be the Nature's Prophet down, meaning Clockwork is all alone. Morphling still kept locked in place at the cost of Earthspirit's life there. The Queen of Pain has brought back. Mars not quite finding the ultimate though. As Spectre in the backlines tears apart the Rubik, now finally gets to go for the Morphling, who has no chance of teleporting out of there. 20k gold lead, 100 seconds without a Morphling. Yeah, I think this game is over. It is still a very valiant effort from Team Black. But I just don't think, like, if your draft doesn't have the late game, these tier 2 Dota games are oftentimes just decided based off of that, where you know, okay, our opponent is gonna win every single fight we engage after X timing, and then when the timing arrives, it's gonna turn into a very one-sided chaos here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm your god too.
Queen of Pain gets the BKB going and
Radiant's top
manages to just
under attack.
barely survive. Zeus has the Aghanims, but I think it's too little too late here, sadly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Spec just trying to, you know, safely push out as much tier 3 damage as she can. I don't know, 40 seconds without morphing. This seems like the time to fight Matador. I get that they don't want to risk it. So not risking it is exactly how Team Black can make a comeback here. I mean, Nature's Prophet, he's finally starting to split push. He needs to keep this up for a while. Get a Sheep Stick +1. Queen of Pain is coming in. It's trying to make his life difficult. Damaging herself for a top with that Blade Mail. The Blade Mail is gonna kill her off. That means 2 minutes no Queen of Pain. So Clockwork got picked off elsewhere on this map once again. It doesn't really matter compared to the Queen of Pain being dead. Haunt is available and Spectre has the potential to solo kill any one hero. So Team Matador, they still very well want to fight, but they have to make this one count. The chain stun is there on the Zeus. Zeus is dead. Rubik now getting ran at by the Spectre. And there's the Morphling just forced to flee. Morphling will get itself out of there, but now the Blade Mail on the Nature's Prophet not really doing anything to keep him alive. That Haunt once can be used perfectly. Hookshot off the mark there, leading to a Clockwork immediately. Cocking himself up in a bit of an awkward spot, and in comes the Earth Spirit who says, screw it, magnetize and let's get the kill. Well, he will most definitely get the kill, and now it's Morphling and Rubik left to defend against the super fat Spectre. Just looking for more. Mars Arena off the mark there, nice escape.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And everyone on Matador immediately backing off again. They want to make sure that the next time they fight, that Queen of Pain is ready. But Kingdom on his Morphling, he's so far behind that Yule hasn't really been working wonders for him.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Spectre. She's going to have some insane Abyssal Blade timing, but seems like HMX currently wants to fight. Wants to save that payback to make sure the next fight is definitely going Matador's way, and it looks like Matador we want to be starting off that fight quite quickly. Will spot out the Morphling immediately here, silence him up. Queen of Pain dropping the BKB, everyone now running in on that Morphling. Morphling wants to silence. There's the Queen of Pain ultimate onto 2. Clockwork about to drop. Queen of Pain did get dropped first, so with the nature coming in from the back and the Blade Mail and everything. And that's a Clockwork for Queen of Pain. Not the start to the fight that Matador had been hoping for. Moriarty is probably just gonna back to the Zeus. He will, in exchange for that Nature's Prophet taking up the map. Spectre looking for the Zeus kill. Will the bash be there? Nope, the bash will not be there. Despite 4 hits. The average lied to us, guys. But it also means that Black gets to stay in this game for a little while longer. So against an almost 30k gold lead, I don't think that just killing off Queen of Pain at the start of the fight is gonna be enough, especially how bad the Spectre is. Now the Mars, that's a far better target. And Mars, 3 seconds till he can blink out of there. 2, 1, blinks out. Manages to waste a grand old amount of time while these people are respawning. Very nice clean play from him. Spectre now seems to be saving up for an Aghanim Scepter while keeping that buyback available. Spectre haunting in on the Zeus, killing him off. Yet another nice high value pickup, but at this rate, I feel like it's just a matter of time till Matador can finish exactly within the next 1 minute to 4 minutes here, as the Roche is gonna be respawning, and Team Black, they need to kill off the Spectre, and she doesn't have an ultimate. It's their only chance to make it back into this game, and they are playing for that little chance to make it back that way. When Zeus respawns, all of the big ultimates for both teams are almost gonna be off cooldown, except for the Haunt. So an early Roche respawn could lead to Matador being forced to fight without Haunt or without any big tools like that, for that matter.
Players here.
Spectre coming in, killing off the Rubik. Just went for the Aghanim says screw buyback if we can just get an insta kill with the reveal. And well, she got that instant kill with the reveal, so that's Spectre just getting her impact into this game. Pain also there with the ultimate available. It's gonna be a Zeus. Count veered out of position, taken down even the Mortimer's kisses just to make sure they get that one. And in exchange for that kill, they will get at least Lane of Rex on this side of Matador. Matador unsure on whether to finish or not, do decide to push in that bottom lane next as to
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
find a way to resist. Let's find a way to resist that crazy push in. Aegis Prophet able to teleport out of there. The red Dota is at least preventing Matador from pushing too hard. Matador gobbled in from the Spectre. Spectre now just dishing out so much damage. The Morphing could still be a bit of an issue here, but oh no, look at that damage. GG, well played. It hasn't quite been called, but it's gotta be called right here. And yeah, GG. Black, they lose 2-0 to Team Matador, as Team Matador seem to be one of the most promising candidates in this tournament so far. Have definitely held their own every single series I've seen them. And man oh man, what an amazing game. The drafts were this close, but even an Aegis Prophet couldn't make enough space for the Morphling, and with that, the game is gonna end here. I do thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the show, and more Dota coming to you tomorrow. As we are still gonna have plenty of Dota coming up the next couple of days. It's only the group stage here. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, see you guys in just a bit for more Dota action coming your way. Or well, no.